You say.
No, I don't want you say.
No, faster, you say.
Okay, never mind, we say together.
Welcome to SheSaid, let's talk.
Hi guys, welcome back to SheSaid. I'm Emma,
I'm Chloe.
and in today's episode, we are going to be discussing whether Singaporean girls are materialistic or just realistic about surviving in one of the most expensive cities in the world.
Okay, so
I feel like when people say that, they probably mean this girl is like, she cares a lot about money and what money can bring her, instead of valuing things that actually have purpose, but they don't really have like a very high like monetary value.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Like, I feel the word like gold digger is thrown around very like loosely.
Yeah, definitely.
Like anything can constitute as like a girl being a gold digger, but what if the girl isn't really digging for anything?
Yeah.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with like wanting something of monetary value ma. But okay, we will dive into that.
I feel like it's a very normal thing. Financial stability in a person is a prerequisite to a relationship.
Yeah.
I feel like if you cannot, like, if let's say you are struggling to pay for your bills or like struggling to, get yourself fed, then I feel like, a relationship can wait, because more of your time and effort should go into getting yourself like ready for the world.
Yeah.
Because actually a relationship takes up so much time and so much effort and so much like energy, right? You cannot possibly balance both at the same time always perfectly, right? And if let's say you don't have like financial stability in a relationship, it's very easy for like couples to start fighting over like the smallest things ever, like, oh, who pays for this like
Yeah.
random dinner that we're buying.
I think so also. And I really do think that having financial stability as a person in general, be it if you're a girl or a guy, right, it's very important.
Yeah.
Because we are all like entering adulthood. So we are probably going to graduate, get our first job, and that's when you start building your own pot of cash, I would say.
Yeah.
Your own net worth lah, and assets and everything, right? So I don't think it's wrong for your partner to expect that of you, and I don't think it's wrong for a girl to want to be with a guy who is financially secure,
Yeah.
to give her that reassurance. Yeah. And in Singapore, let's be real lah, everything is expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Going out for a meal itself, like, even if you go out to eat at a hawker center and whatnot, right? I just saw a video of like the cost recently, and it's going up like insanely high also lah. Last time what used to cost like $2-3 can cost like $5-6 nowadays also. So everything needs money ma. That's why I think there's nothing wrong with like expecting your partner to be able to provide in that sense, right?
Yeah. It's not just that also. It's not just like the ability of spending money and, being able to survive in an expensive city. I feel like not just in Singapore, anywhere in the world, it's okay to find somebody who, fits with your spending habits. Because this kind of things is like it's like a 三观.
Yeah,
You get what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You cannot get along with somebody who doesn't understand the way that you spend money.
Yes.
And the way you value money, because everybody sees it differently. I buy something for $10, I might think it's like super worth it. Someone else might think it's like a complete waste of money.
Yes.
And how am I going to date that person who thinks this is a complete waste of money?
Correct.
If I need to find somebody who understands my spending habits. Which is why I don't think a lot of girls are gold digging. I think they're just trying to find somebody who understands their spending habit and can keep up with it, which I don't think there's anything wrong, because I don't think anyone should be like, a relationship should be like a bonus ma.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be dragging you down.
It should be like, supplementing your life in a sense lah. Because I do agree with what you said. Like, if let's say that both of you value money differently, like, to you what $10 may be expensive, to him $10 not expensive, or vice versa, right? It's going to cause a lot of problems in the relationship. Because
unnecessary problems
also, because as a couple, right, as much as you are in no position to care about how the other person spend money, it will also reflect in your future life. And let's say you get married, right?
Yeah.
Then it becomes a problem because then whatever you're spending, right, it might actually be part of mine.
Yeah.
And it's very important to find somebody that has the same, at least on par lah,
Yeah, values
in
as
terms
you.
of values and the standard of living. I think that is very important also. I think we covered this in one of the previous episodes where we say like, I don't think a girl should lower her standard of living
Yeah.
to be together with you,
Yeah.
because a relationship is a bonus.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody must be in a I don't think everyone must be in a relationship. You know, it's supposed to supplement your life, and you are just two happy people coming together to share your happiness, right? Yeah, but from what I know or hear about, I do hear that some guys are quite pressured about this.
Yeah. Especially when like there are nice guys out there who you know have a lot of money and they set the bar a bit too high. Or like nowadays like internet is so like diluted with all these kind of contents where like couples who are like filthy rich always post about like what they get for each other and whatever. So like a lot of normal girls are feeling like, why am I not getting that kind of treatment? Why am I, you know, why can't I find that in a guy? So I feel like all this adds to like pressure in guys.
I think so. And also because I mean, traditionally guys are the providers ma. So a lot of girls have that, oh, the guy I date must have a provider mindset and whatnot. But I'm not saying that it is a must though. I do feel that there are some girls that will be happy to equally provide, you know, for if let's say talking about long term you want to get married and everything, right? Because let's talk about statistics, okay? Do you know what is the average cost of a BTO in Singapore?
I don't know, 300k?
Actually, 300k can probably get you a 3-room flat. Yeah, so actually the average cost for BTO flats, this is according to like Google, okay, 4-room flats are going around like 500k to 700k, and that is coming out of your CPF or your pocket lah. So honestly speaking, if you're talking about like materialistic versus realistic, I think we need to be realistic about this fact that Singapore is an expensive place to live in. Even the most so-called affordable accommodation housing, right, it's also going to be like 6 figures and up. Yeah, and then when let's talk about wedding, an average couple in Singapore spends about 30 to 50,000 on their weddings, and that depends on the venue, depends on the whatever they order, depends on how many tables they have, how many people they're inviting and all this. It can go up to a lot of money also. So the question is,
yeah.
okay. Okay. Why?
Why should he be able to afford a housing? I feel like it's not about affording the house, it's more of like, where are we going to stay?
I mean, some couples rent a place to stay together.
I mean, that works too, I guess, but then my parents won't allow lah. Then, you know, then how can I marry you?
Yeah lor. I agree also. And it leads back to the
Traditional thing.
Traditional thinking and the, if you cannot even put food on the table for yourself, then how can I like trust you, right, with my life and everything.
As in, I think if let's say he's single right now and whatnot, right, he's not married yet, he, you know, rents a place by himself to stay, I think that's okay as well.
No, actually I think that's a fit already.
Yeah, I think as long as you can support yourself. In this economy, it's very hard to like say really, you know, at such a young age you can afford to buy like a house by yourself. But yeah, I would say it's okay as long as you can, you know, afford to keep yourself alive on your own, completely parents free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the first step lah. Because, I mean, the guys who like to call girls gold diggers are also the guys who can barely afford anything themselves ma.
Yeah.
Which is why they feel like
what
oh,
goal
she's taking a lot from me.
Yeah. Like, what are you so worried about? What goal?
Exactly.
What goal?
It's because people don't have much, that's why they're afraid to lose things, you know.
As in, if you have $10 and then this girl spend like $8, you're gonna be like, oh my fucking god, this girl is crazy. But if you have like $1,000 and she spends $8, you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just pick one within your budget. Like if you have $10, go and find 80 cents one.
I think so. So
Yeah.
yeah, because I mean different people have different lifestyle ma. Maybe this girl is just used to this lifestyle.
Yeah,
Like
like why bash her for having this kind of lifestyle or like having these kind of expectations for her life? It's not her fault. It's not your fault either, actually. Just go and find somebody else. But don't, call girls gold diggers.
But I think the bigger question when it comes to like materialistic versus realistic is
No. As in, personally, I would say no. But I know that there are a lot of girls who would do that. Which is okay as well. Because some girls genuinely do find it okay for them to be the one that is like pulling in the money and like being the breadwinner. I feel like I'm okay with that as well if let's say I'm really earning a lot and he wants to be a house husband. But as of right now, I would say I would need my partner to be earning more than me lah.
yeah. And I don't think this is a materialistic thing though. I
Yeah.
think it's just about being realistic. Like I would say that a lot of jobs that earn more, a lot of like high flyer roles, positions, right, are mostly dominated by men. Which is why it is more common for men to earn more than the woman in the relationship, right? So I think it's okay. But I also know of girls that are okay with their partner not earning as much as them. I mean, at the end of the day, you are contributing something to the relationship. That's all that matters lah.
And ultimately, what's important is that, both of you are like comfortable and both of you are taken care of.
Correct lor. Like you are happy in a relationship and it's a willing thing. Yeah. You never know, maybe the girl has higher qualifications. That's why she
Yeah.
can earn more than the guy, right?
But just personally for me, I wouldn't date someone who is like less qualified than me or is like,
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I mean, personally for me is I don't really talk about qualifications because I do know of people, business owners that aren't like barely finished their studies, right, but actually earn a lot of money right now. For me, it's more of you have to be ahead of me because I'm the kind of person that I want somebody that I look up to. So that
same.
like it constantly challenges myself to want to do better.
Same.
Not so much of the who earns more, but you just have to be like somebody that I can follow lah. Like somebody who
Like a
is
leader.
like a leader.
Yeah. But for me, it's just like if it's more of like an emotional thing. Like if I don't admire this person or I don't feel like this person is better than me, it's very hard for me to like this person for very long.
Okay, yeah. I get what you mean. I
Like
get what you mean.
personality is not enough. It's not always enough. Like I need more juice.
I mean, eventually you will get sick of the partner
Yeah,
also lah. If
yeah.
like your problems are always revolving around money. Because personally for me, I have dated a guy who borrowed money from me lah. And initially like we had no money issues one. Until like towards the end, then
That's
he started to
why.
ask for money.
Yeah.
Then I just like what?
The issue is the happiest couples legit they don't really need to worry about money one. Or they have very, very like low expectations of like materialistic things. Like as long as they can eat, it's good enough. But I feel like it's very hard for humans to truly be so satisfied with like the bare minimum of life. You see your friends, earning a lot of money and then they buy like cars, like they start driving like Mercedes and whatnot. And then you're just gonna feel like, oh, like, I need more.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna start feeling like your partner is not enough, all this. And then you start fighting. It all runs down to money. Money is like a very important thing, whether or not you want to accept that or whether or not you find it like appealing to hear. It is the most it is a very important thing. It's not the most important thing, but it is a very important thing.
I agree. I mean, I'm not saying that like, oh, if I'm in love with a partner, then I suddenly meet a guy that's like filthy rich and then I'll just leave my partner for
it's
that.
not that.
It's not that kind of important, but as in it's important to sustain your lifestyle, your relationship, and for survival also lah.
Yeah, like if you have no money, then there's a lot of things you cannot do.
I always tell people this: money gives you freedom of choice.
And your relationship is not going to go forward because you're not going forward. You get me? So go and like settle your wallet first. Go and guy both go and settle your wallets first. Yeah. Actually, I feel like that's one of it. I like, let's say in other Asian countries, right? Like, girls tend to like not be as qualified and educated as Singaporean women are. I feel like there's a lot of things that they do because they have no other options. But because Singaporean women are mostly quite educated, we are provided the option to choose whether or not we just want to marry a guy and depend on him for the rest of our lives. And that's the thing. I feel like growing up, right, for me, my when I was a kid, I would always like watch Korean dramas, and then I would tell my mom, oh, I want to marry a rich guy. I want to be just a rich taitai.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to university anymore. Like, it's pointless if I can just marry rich. And then she asked me, she was like, what makes you think if you're not qualified enough, why would a rich guy want you? Like a rich guy who is also good, like a good person. Why would he want you? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not that materialistic things are very, very important to the point where you can forget true love completely. But it's still important because at the end of the day, right, like, people are going to see these things and judge you one.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the cold hard truth.
It's true. I think so also. I mean, eventually, like, we haven't get there yet lah, but I'm pretty sure down the road, in your late 20s, in your late 30s, when your friends around you all are getting married, right, and then you all have gatherings, you all confirm will compare
Yeah, like, who is
the
doing
lifestyle
better.
and everything, and who
Yeah.
is doing better and whatnot. Yeah, so I think it goes both ways lah. Like, exactly how a guy would love a pretty girl, a girl would love a guy who is
Oh
wealthy.
my God.
What?
Yes, that's the thing. Like, there was this audio on TikTok that was very famous. It's like, I think Marilyn
Yes,
Monroe
the
said,
Marilyn Monroe
Yeah,
one,
like,
yeah.
if you had a daughter, you would want her to marry rich too. Like, that's just it. Like, you get me? You are calling these girls gold diggers, but you know, if it were to be your daughter, you would want them to do the exact same thing.
You want
And
them to
it's-
have the best in the world
Yeah.
also. Yeah. So why shame a girl and say that she's a gold digger?
And please lah, and people who say, oh, money cannot buy happiness. Do you see people crying in Chanel? Do you?
Yeah, correct. I think so. So that's
Money cannot buy happiness, but money can buy a lot of things that will bring you happiness.
I feel so also.
Yeah.
But then I don't know, it depends on, because we haven't get to the point where we can say that money is nothing lah. I think there are some people that have gotten to that point where they have achieved so much money and so many zeros in their bank that, like, wow,
Yeah, it's
money
nothing.
is nothing.
Yeah.
Then they start to seek for more
But this is
superficial.
also
stuff.
like, it shows that, you know, humans are never like fully satisfied.
Yes.
They always want more and more and more. Like, honestly, right now, like, we would think, oh, I want like all the money in the world. But when you do have all the money in the world, then what are you gonna do? Like, there's nothing you can spend on anymore.
Yeah. Like, what's the most expensive thing you can buy? I don't know, an island.
Yeah. What if you already have an island?
Yeah. Then what's next, you know? Yeah. But that's just like human nature to keep wanting better also. Just like how girls want rich guys, right? Guys also want pretty girls. Ma.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay.
I feel like it's both. Like, it can be both for different people. And it can be either or for different people as well. I feel like a lot of people might feel like, oh, you know, like, expensive lifestyles, all these kind of things, it's a status. But there are people who buy it because it actually makes them happy. So the question is, do you actually, you know, enjoy whatever this thing is like giving you, or like, do you actually enjoy using this item?
Yeah.
The biggest example is like, oh, people who buy a branded bag and it's like the cheapest bag in that brand lah. You get what I mean? Yeah, like this kind of things, like, just an example, but yeah, like, do you really actually like that bag?
Or you just like it for that logo?
Yeah, or you just
know?
want because it's branded. And I feel like it's very, very toxic when it becomes like a ego type of thing. Like, you just want to keep up with everybody else around you. I feel like it gets very, very toxic
Yeah.
It like eats into you, like why can't I have that? Why do other people all have this? Why does everyone around me just like have so much that I don't?
Yes, yeah. I mean, there definitely will be a point where some girls reach the kind of materialism that they overlook everything else, you know.
Yeah.
Like the relationship entirely just falls apart because this girl is just trying to pursue better and she's always in competition with maybe her friends
Yeah.
or like somebody she sees online, and then that's when she start to have unrealistic expectations. Then okay, yeah, we don't deny that there are some girls out there that are like that, ma.
Yeah, they're a
Yeah.
bit crazy with their expectations.
Correct, because I have like guy friends telling me that they cannot keep up with their girlfriends like lifestyle also. Then they find it like quite stressful also lah, because like whatever the girl is asking for is their like entire month's paycheck per se. Yeah. So I know that there are girls out there that are like this also.
No, but I feel like actually a lot of expectations that women do have on guys, right, are actually just influenced from like TikTok and whatnot. Like a lot of things, these kind of things, it does not. First of all, it does not show whether or not he actually loves you.
Yeah.
Secondly, it does not actually like mean anything. It's just a good flex lor.
It is.
Yeah,
I
like-
think so also.
Huh?
Like you would do anything to make me happy.
Yeah,
type of thing. Yeah. And like there's the social media pressure law. I mean, a lot of girls, like some guys would say we have unrealistic expectations, or like actually girls have too high of expectations because of whatever we see online and whatnot, right? To a certain extent, I agree. Because I mean, whatever you see online is the best side of everything.
Yeah, it's what
you
people
know.
want you to see.
It's what people want you to see. Yeah, first and foremost, you never know whether they are actually unhappy in a relationship. They just show you, especially those couple accounts. They will just show you like what this guy would do. Like this guy might would even cross mountains for the girl and everything. But you never know when it's scripted.
Yeah.
And you never know whether it's even real to begin with. So like I do feel that some girls take it too seriously lah.
I feel like I have very, very, very like extremely realistic expectations for my partner. But most of the people around me would tell me that my expectation is way too low. You get what I mean? But I feel like it's very, very normal. Like a normal Singaporean girl at my age, you know, expecting from whatever, you get what I mean? But then again, I also know a lot of the information that they are getting is from like TikTok and whatnot, like all the couple accounts, and they think like, oh, but if you're like, you know, such a good person and blah blah blah, you should be expecting way more.
I think it just depends on what makes you happy. Yeah, because like an example, if I like something that costs $50 or something that costs $50 can bring me happiness, I don't need something that's $500. You get what I mean? Like it is what you define as happiness also. You don't even need to spend that much money. Like example, for me personally, right? You bring me to go and eat a $500 meal versus you plan like a $50 date, but you planned it, right? I would be happier with the $50 date, you know, because I can actually see the amount of effort and sincerity that you put in to bring me out, you know,
same.
rather than like, oh, we go to this expensive restaurant, just get dressed then go out, then come back, that's it. Then I'm just like, huh? Okay, there's a lot of money spent on your end, but do I feel like there's a lot of effort put into this? Probably not.
And I feel like this kind of materialistic expectations, right? It has a lot to do with like how you understand love. So like personally for me, like I feel a lot of love when people spend money on me. But that's because I've always felt like the way my parents love me was just, you know, like throwing like a lot of money into me, like not just like for me to spend, but like investing in me. You get me? So I would feel like people who are willing to invest a lot of money in me are people who actually love me the most. Yeah.
So I think, so at the end of the day, it all boils down to like what you define as love, what you define as being materialistic, what you define as the norm, and what you define as asking for too much.
No. I feel like you can be a taitai. And you can want to be a taitai while also having other dreams of yours. You know what I mean? Like if right now there's this amazing rich handsome tall guy who wants to marry me, and he's earning so much I don't even need to like go and work anymore, and then of course I will stay home. But it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that I don't have like other dreams of my own also. And like I would, you know, focus on that. But okay, like the thing is, right, I feel like when you get married, right, the main priority of you and this person's hard work, right, the main purpose of it is just to like get this family going. It's not just about you and your dreams anymore.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Which is why when it comes to marriage especially, like materialistic things is especially important. Because now you're not just doing this for yourself.
Yeah.
It's your own home. Like it's your new home.
Correct.
And it's your new family. You're gonna have, like, let's say if you have kids, right, you need to think about your kids. And you can say like, okay, money doesn't buy happiness, but whatsoever. But you know how expensive diapers are?
Yes. Oh my god, having kids, I tell you.
Yeah.
So
all
expensive.
For all the couples out there, right, who have kids or want kids, right, and you're not like, you know, you feel like, oh, but money cannot buy happiness, money is not important. Your kid needs tuition. What if your
Let's hope your kid doesn't.
Okay, yeah, but let's say your kid needs tuition, your kid needs to like have his hobbies, you need to send them to classes, you need to buy them like clothes yearly because they grow so freaking fast, you need diapers, you need milk powder, like all these. And what if they get sick? You get me? School fees.
Correct. If you want your child to go to a good school, if you want him to go overseas to study, all this costs a lot of money. Right? In my day-to-day work, I always talk about this to people. That's why having kids are very scary. Like, let's not even talk about like them growing up. You go into the labor room to have that kid, that whole cost of the bill.
Exactly.
I'm not saying like the government will sponsor everything for you. You get what I mean?
Yeah, like it's a very realistic thing when it comes to marriage, especially like in relationship. Okay, yeah, I will admit that a lot of girls do have very high expectations for absolutely no fucking reason, but right, when it comes to marriage, it's a very legit and serious thing. Because I feel like if you don't understand like the importance of having money, right, and then you have a kid, it's very, very irresponsible.
Yes, it is.
It's so irresponsible because like you need to be able to provide this kid with whatever this kid needs. And
exactly.
Yeah, and it's not just food lah. Let's be real.
Yeah, I think so also. That's why, like, I mean, there will always be a debate about like whether or not it's right to abort child and whatnot, right? Okay, but at the end of the day, I feel my baseline is that I will want the best if I were to ever have a kid.
Yeah.
And I feel I've met some like teen moms, right, where they just throw their child at home and then they just go out and live their pre-adult life, you know, like partying and whatever, then you just leave your child at home. Then what's the point of having the kid? Then the kids can't grow up without with a single parent or like in a very unhappy
without love situation. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
It's the fact that, you know, when you're stepping into marriage with somebody, right, like all these kind of things you need to consider. It's not just about, oh, we happy go on dates can already. All these kind of realistic things like you need to buy insurance also for the kid, by the way.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of things to buy for a kid, honestly
like,
speaking.
It's so much money, it's so much like effort that a family would have to expense out that you cannot don't think about the money.
Yeah.
If you don't think about the money, you're delusional lah.
That's the realistic side, you know. If you cannot buy me, okay, as in, I'm just stating an example. If you cannot buy me a bag that costs $5,000, how am I gonna have a kid with you?
Yeah, exactly. And it's not about like whether a bag, you're gonna compare a bag with a child. It's not that. It's like okay, how do I explain this?
I feel it's the ability or the capability to expense. My point is, right, I feel if you don't even have $5,000 to take out of your bank, right, then there's not much to discuss about lah. Because
but I guess when it comes to like, we look closer a bit when it comes to relationships. Okay, yeah, if you know you and this guy have been dating for like 2 months, and you suddenly go like, oh, I want to buy this like $5,000 bag. Like, okay, sure, maybe a bit unrealistic. If you guys are just a normal couple,
I think so too.
And he's earning like what, like 6-7K a month, let's say. You get what I mean? It's a bit unrealistic lah. He cannot just drop like almost his entire paycheck on a bag for you. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like when I feel love through money, right, a lot of it is very like, I'm quite rational about it one also. Like if this guy, right, I'm dating is earning like 3K and he's willing to like spend how much is reasonable? Okay, like
Half?
1,000. 1,000 on me
1,000?
every month. And we are dating, right? I feel like that's very, very nice already.
Yeah.
But if a guy who has like $10,000 and then he's only spending like 1K a month on me, I might not feel as loved.
I think there's nothing wrong with that
Yeah,
also.
so it depends on like how much your boyfriend is earning as well. I don't always compare it to other people's boyfriend. Other people's boyfriend like maybe earning like 6 digits a month.
Yeah,
Then you want to compare.
correct. So I think the line between like being materialistic and being realistic, right, is depending on the context and the situation and the circumstance. Because you cannot ask for the impossible, obviously. Like if this person really don't have it in them to provide you with like that lifestyle that you want, then you are asking for too much and you're being unrealistic lah.
Yeah.
But are you being materialistic? Depends if what are you asking for? Like if let's say you're just every month you want five luxury bags, and then this guy like just earns a normal wage, then okay lah, you're being materialistic because you're chasing the material stuff for your own like satisfaction, you know, and not so much of like a determining factor of like whether this guy loves you and whatnot already. Yeah. I feel a lot of people 一直在被催婚. You get what I mean? Like they keep encouraging you or pressuring you, like when it comes to like older people and your relatives and all that, encouraging you to like get married young or like be in a relationship as soon as possible. That's why a lot of people keep finding it very pressurizing to like keep looking for a partner. Like a lot of my guy friends keep asking me to intro people to them. I keep asking to intro girls so that they can find a girlfriend. And yeah, but I also believe that before a girl or a guy, either parties go and step into the market of wanting to be in a relationship, right, you should be able to financially provide for yourself at least first before you start expecting anything from anyone. Like if you cannot even feed yourself, you have no degree, as in you have no qualifications, you have no job, you have nothing, and then you start demanding this from your partner, then obviously for a guy who is like a good guy who is well off, like good qualifications, very good job and everything, he confirm will look at you like what do you bring to me? Happiness? Yeah, you know. And for girls, right,
You need to be able to provide for yourself.
you need to be able to provide for yourself. Like this taitai thing, right, recently I saw this this girl boss, she's very famous, I forget her name already, but she do like talk shows and everything, and she said only a girl who cannot provide for herself, right, or a girl who isn't able to financially support herself will go looking for guys who are rich. Because you don't have to look for a guy who is rich if you are already rich yourself. Yeah. So I think at the end of the day,
And just like my mom has always said, make being pretty the least interesting fact about you. Always like make sure that you have the ability to take care of yourself, you are qualified, you have an interesting personality, you have hobbies, you are eager to learn, and you are curious.
yeah,
That's more important than like I'm pretty so I can go and marry Richard.
yeah, I'm pretty means like the price tag
Nothing.
is here or whatever.
No.
Honestly speaking, if you are just a pretty face and you have nothing in here, then what's the point, right?
It's not gonna last. Like, it's all gonna go away one day.
Yeah, then all the guys that you find, right, will just 就图你的美色咯. Like they will only like you for the fact that you're pretty, and they will leave you for somebody that's prettier. Then your taitai dream just like ruined right there lah. Yeah, so at the end
But
of
actually,
the
Liu
day,
Yifei got say before. She said, in a few years, I will still be a pretty girl, but in a few years, are they still gonna be rich? I'm
okay.
kidding. Yeah,
I don't know. What if it's the other way around, right?
yeah, exactly. You never know. Like everything is very like uncertain. The only person that you can really rely on yourself is yourself. The only
Yes.
person you can really rely on is yourself. Okay.
Correct. So that's all we have to say for this episode. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, then like the video literally, and then comment
Let
what
us
you
know
have to
what you
say
think.
about this. Share with us any stories you have of like maybe a very materialistic girl, and then share with us maybe a guy who thinks you are materialistic but actually you're just being realistic, or any other topics you want us to cover. And then remember to click subscribe, click the bell button so that you can be notified every time we upload an episode.
Or just come back every Friday.
I just come back every Friday. Yeah.
Bye bye.
This is SheSaid Studio.
Where we say what needs to be said.
in our own ways.